So I have corned beef in the crock pot with a beer with, what did I use? I used this for my corned beef. So that's in the crock pot. But I figured that I would make some Irish soda bread. Now I was going to do this like yesterday or the day before, but I never got that far, so I'm going to make it today. And it's a good day to make it anyway because it is St. Patrick's Day. I got my little bit of green on. I got some St. Patrick's Day socks on, but you can't see those. So anyway, we're going to get into this recipe because I am going to take you through the whole process. I have never made Irish soda bread before. I have bought it. Actually, I don't think I've ever even bought it. Like, I had somebody make it for me once, and it was really good. So we figured we'd take our hand at it, we would try it. So the recipe that I'm using is from Simply Recipes Irish soda bread. I got it off of Pinterest. You know, if you Google or if you Pinterest Irish soda bread, you can get 1,000 recipes. But this one is off of Simply Recipes. So let's get started. I need something to pop my phone up on. Use this. Okay, so we need 4.5. I got everything we need. We need flour, sugar, baking soda, baking powder, buttermilk, an egg, butter, raisins, and I think that's it. Salt. Where's the salt? Salt. Well, I'll just use the salt out the salt shaker. That should be enough. It's only like a teaspoon. Okay. So we're going to preheat the oven to 425. 425. So, whisk together flour, sugar, salt, and baking soda. So preheat oven to 425. Whisk together 4 cups of flour, the sugar, salt, and baking soda in a large mixing bowl. Large mixing bowl. So let's start with the flour, and we needed 4 cups of flour. It's open. Okay, so 4 cups of flour. I have a 2-cup measuring cup, so we need 2 of these. Okay. There's 2. Oh, and yes, in case you're wondering, I did wash my hands before I did all this. And my hands are clean. Oops. I have like the smallest kitchen ever, guys. This is just ridiculous. It drives me insane. One day I will have a bigger kitchen. Like the counter space that you're looking at, that's what I have for counter space. I have another like this size section on the other side of my sink, and that's what the crock pot is. So the only thing that fits on that side is the crock pot. So I have like no space whatsoever to do anything. Anyway, back to what I was doing. So sugar, salt, and baking soda. So how much sugar do we need? 1 tablespoon of sugar. Where is mine? No, I thought I was prepared. Apparently not. Well, I found a 2 tablespoon one, so we'll just have to use half. Oh, it's a teaspoon. Never mind. Well, I guess we're gonna go old school. Old school it is. So, 1 tablespoon of sugar. And an egg. gotta buy a new set of measuring spoons. I don't know what happened. I had a whole new set of the cups and the spoons. They all came together, and so how much was it? 1 tablespoon? 1 tablespoon of sugar. 1 tablespoon of sugar. 1 teaspoon, that I do have, of baking soda. Flour, sugar, salt, baking soda. I thought it called for baking powder. I guess I'm wrong. Okay, so flour, sugar, salt, and baking soda. And salt. We need a teaspoon of salt. That's pepper. I'm losing my mind, guys, I swear. I feel like getting a teaspoon of salt out of the salt shaker. Okay. Teaspoon of salt. Check. Mixing that together. Just whisk that together. Whisk, 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 whisk. Check. Okay, next step. Work the butter into the flour. Add currants or raisins. Using your clean fingers, which they're clean. I'm gonna just for because I want roots and doors and stuff. We'll clean them again. Work the butter into the flour. So 4 tablespoons of butter, which is half a stick, in case anybody was wondering. And I just got the store brand butter, like I didn't get anything. Everything I got store brand. And I think in order to do this, instead of using a whole stick, I'm going to cut it into slabs to make it just a little bit easier to work with. Because butter is notoriously, unless it's melted, and this is not melted. It is at room temperature, well, mostly room temperature. I pulled it out, but we'll see. Put that in. Okay. So work the butter into the flour, add currants or raisins. Using your clean fingers, work the butter into the flour mixture until it resembles coarse meal. Then add in currants or raisins. I have raisins. I don't know what the difference between a currant and a raisin is, though. Does anybody else? Like, is there a difference? I don't know what a currant is. It seems like a lot of flour to butter ratio, but I guess it's not really. It says course meal, but I don't know. I've never done this before. I guess it's alright. Let me just scroll back and make sure I have the right amount of butter. 4 tablespoons of butter. 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of butter. Okay. I used to make biscuits back in the day. Like, I used to be the biscuit maker for Hardee's. Like, if you guys have ever gone to a Hardee's, they do make their biscuits from scratch. And I used to do that. And I actually won a competition. I won like $500 in a competition and some swag and stuff for being a biscuit maker. I had actually gone to, like, just before the finals. And that's like across the country. Like, biscuit makers across the country from Hardee's. I went up against some people from the South, and yeah, I ended up not making it past that round. But I traveled the whole way to North Carolina. This is back when I worked in Pennsylvania. I traveled the whole way to North Carolina in a biscuit making competition. So I guess this is kind of similar, but not. Okay, so then add the currants or raisins, and it was a cup of raisins. So, cup of raisins. Toss that around. Make a well mix in buttermilk egg. Make a well in the center of the flour mixture. Add beaten egg and buttermilk to well, and mix in with a wooden spoon until dough is too stiff to stir. Okay. I don't think I have a wooden spoon. We're gonna have to go with plastic. We're gonna have to go with plastic. So, now, how much butter? I know the egg was supposed to be slightly beaten, so let's do that. Doesn't say totally beaten, so lightly beaten. So we're gonna go with lightly beaten. Lightly beaten egg. And how much buttermilk? My phone's now got flour all over it. It's a good thing it's in a case. 1 3/4 cup of buttermilk, which I have a measuring cup that's 1 3/4. That works out really good. So, buttermilk. All right, let's make a well in the center, which is what we used to do too when we made biscuits. So we're gonna pour in the egg. And the buttermilk. And then we're gonna mix together until it's too stiff to stir. Lightly knead dough and form a dough mound. Okay. Smells like biscuit dough. It's bringing back some memories. Okay, so too stiff to stir. We're going to take a little bit of flour our hands, and we're going to knead dough into a mound. Not too sticky, so that's good. Don't ever need. Okay, next step. Transfer dough to a slightly floured surface and shape into a round loaf. Note that the dough will be a little sticky and quite shaggy, a little like a shortcake biscuit dough. You want to work it just enough so that the flour is just moistened and the dough just barely comes together. Shaggy is good if you ever need the bread to end up tough. Stick that aside. Lightly floured surface. Into a round ball. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry. So roughly comes together. Looks good. I don't want to overdo it. I'm afraid to do it. I think that looks good. Score with an X. Transfer dough to a large, lightly greased cast iron skillet or baking sheet. Well, I have these little pans that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to put them in those because I'm going to make 3. And this is just the first one, and that way I have some to share for, like, I want to take some to work, and then I want to share. So it says to a large, lightly greased. I have just this canola oil non-stick cooking spray that I got from the Dollar Tree. We're just going to spray that on. And then we're going to plop that in the middle. And then it says to score an X about an 1.5 inches deep. And that's to help it cook in the center. Okay. Bake. Transfer to oven and bake at 425 until the bread is golden and bottom sounds hollow when tapped. about 35 to 45 minutes. So there you go. Let's do this. So I figured while I waited for the bread to cook, I'm going to cut up my cabbage and carrots and throw in with my corned beef. I do not have any potatoes, so we're not doing potatoes. Which is okay, because we really don't need the potatoes. Cut it. Yeah, that one's off. I'll just cut it into quarters. And then I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut the core out. Whether you do or not, I don't know. And we're just going to stick the whole quarters right in the crock pot with the corned beef. I'll show you them, I promise. I don't know, I guess everybody does this differently. I personally am not big on the core of a cabbage, so. And I guess you could cut it up even smaller, or take the leaves out, or do whatever you wanted to do with it. But I just like to take the whole thing and plop it right in there with the corned beef. It's been in there for a couple hours now. I don't like to put it all in right after, because then it gets mushy. Carrots. I have a peeler somewhere. Maybe it's in here. Oh look, I found this fish I was looking for. Oops. It's in with the knives. Plop those carrots right in. I find if you don't cut your carrots before you peel them, it makes it easier because you have a place to hold them. Because you're not going to use the ends anyway, right? And then just do one long swipe. Chop off the ends. We'll do one more. I unfortunately have to go work later. So hopefully this is all done before I gotta go. Otherwise I'm gonna be sad. And I'll have to wait till I get home at midnight to eat it. There we go. Okay, so here's my corned beef and cabbage and carrots. And I just used, it's just the seasoning packet that comes with the corned beef, the bottle of beer, and some water. To kind of dilute it just a little bit. And that's it. And leave it on pretty much all day. So yeah, I'll probably add some butter then. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit yet to add the butter, but I'll put butter in there to kind of give it that yumminess. Time to check the bread. Okay, the first one looks done. Let's see what we got. Looks pretty good. It's kind of doughy on the side. We're gonna go with 10 more minutes. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. I know it's only been like 10 seconds for you, but let's see what we got. Alright, that's what it looks like. It says hollow on the bottom, so we're going to take a spoon. Sounds hollow to me. Looks done. I think we have a wiener. Now the other one, let's check it. It went in after. But sounds good. So I did 2. So I think we're good. Turn the oven off. And yeah, so once again, that's what it looks like coming out of the oven. This is the one that I made with you guys. So that in case you didn't wonder, the other one was the one I made after that. So this is what it looks like. We're gonna let it cool down a bit. And we'll try it. Okay, I know I'm wearing a different shirt. We're going out, but I wanted to try this before we went out. So let's knife. Let's cut into this. I'm just going to cut it into quarters. It looks like it's done. I don't see anything wet coming up on the knife. That's what it looks like on the inside. It's pretty done. Pretty done. Like that's proper English, right? I don't know how to... Let's put it back in. Put that way. Alright. I was going to try without butter.
Still hot. We can make that in melted butter. Just let you. I think it's winter.
It's pretty good.
It needs just a little moisture.
This one I thought was dry. Now I want to try this one just because this one turned out a little differently for a couple of reasons. One, I messed up a little bit on the ingredients, but 2, it seemed a little moister when I put it in the pan. So let's
I like the one.
cut that out. I'm gonna take. What, you think I should take like just a quarter of it to him, or half of it?
Just a quarter of it.
I was gonna say.
They're not going to.
This one bowl is theirs, right?
It's not ours, it's theirs.
I think it's theirs. We swap food with the neighbors all the time. That's what being good neighbors does. So that's the second one.
Let's take one.
I guess I should taste it before I give it to the neighbors.
It's different. Taste the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Which would you prefer?
I like them both.
Subtle differences in the ingredients.
This one is actually a little bit better. And let me tell you what I did that was different. Originally, when I got all the ingredients out for this, I thought it called for baking powder. But when I was mixing in the dry ingredients, I accidentally added a teaspoon of baking powder. So it has the baking soda and the baking powder. But I also forgot to put the salt in. So there's no added salt. So either way, they're both really good. But yeah, this one's probably a little moister.
It's a moisty.
I mean, they're both good. They're both really good. So there you have it, Irish soda bread. Thumbs up. I would probably, in my next batch, add just a little bit less flour. But that's just me. Thanks. Bye.